So today we are dealing with an energy that, if you have found this video, you might be feeling things like, who's that guy? What's that guy doing? What's going on over there? Is that supposed to be like, why is he? It looks like this, so it might be something bad, maybe a crook, or like the stuff we put on top of certain looks. That is just that, right? And so you might also feel like it's a little bit overwhelming, all of this new spiritual stuff. Like, what's actually real? Like, what is all of this stuff? Maybe you've started comprehending spiritual material, but it's a little bit overwhelming because it's like, oh, what? ETs are real now? I thought that was only in the movies. What? We are not dying when we're dying? We actually keep going? Huh? It's a lot of things to come to terms with about what reality is, what reality we are actually operating in. It's quite magical times, actually. Because we get it. We get it. And it is important to take it one step at a time. If your body tells you that it has had enough, just pause. Whatever it is, listen to your body. There is wisdom there. So sometimes the integration that needs to happen in order for you to actually align to this holistic perspective, it does take some time. It's not just done in one day. It's not a quick fix. People have used lifetimes to get to these places. And so now we're finally getting clear on how to play the game. That's what this signal is. The beings that want to inject their own soul into their body and play their game. Not idle and play someone else's game and someone else's rules. To fully master your emotions, knowing exactly what they are. That is the reason for the holistic optimizer, level 1, level 2, and level 3. To actually do the reversal. The free 28-day consciousness shift, that is the first layer. And then the holistic optimizer level 1 has another 28 days. And then level 2 has another 28 days. And level 3 has another 28 days. So that will guide you to how to take all of this light and energy that you have built over these first 28 days. Some of you can start with 28-day free and the holistic optimizer level 1 at the same time. Others of you, just the free one can be a little bit too much at times. We are all on different levels here. It's all okay. And what we are giving here on YouTube are general remedy recommendations for most beings. Sometimes we have specific Gaia sessions that are accompanied sort of the remedy to get into the holistic perspective, which is where you plug back into who you are. Love these birds. Yep. There will always be coconut water. That is the reason why we came through with all of these remedies, so that we assist you, because the higher frequencies, they are the antidote to one particular frequency. The beings that are fortunate enough to book a free energy read, they are the ones that get closest to our energy, and the beings that are inside of the holistic optimizer, they will receive many of these perhaps during the awareness that we and this being has on your frequency, because all we care about is harmonizing frequencies. That is the only thing that matters right now for everyone, to harmonize frequencies so that you can get plugged back into who you are, so that there's not that need to go searching out there, but that you can go back in here and reverse that, so that your lesson, because everything is a habit, and so because you've been out there looking, that's just a habit. It doesn't really matter what's out there. Why? But the news and the this and the that, I mean, they're screaming, so it's so important. It's a good show, right? It's a really convincing show. Yes, on one level it is correct and true and valid in one frequency band. But listen, confirmations from all these different birds, all these different species of galactic knowledge, them too. Where were we going now? Oh yeah. So reverse that so that you get back in, to plug back in to yourself. That is what all of this will do. All of this. The YouTube videos, the 28-day consciousness shift for free, the link in the bio, that is the next level from just watching some of these videos. And perhaps you do both. And then when you are entering into the holistic optimizer, then you're ready to dive a bit deeper, to start to actually make the changes. That is sort of the, okay, I'm ready to make the changes now. Because there are changes that needs to be made on the inside. At some levels you have to take the reins and go, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this now. To finally harmonize all of these things so that I'm coming through properly. You know? None of that stuff. None of that stuff. From a higher perspective, that's just, it's not that it's false, it's just an experience, and it's the experience of the body that you're reading. So just take a step back and go, oh, I was identifying with that a little bit too much. So let's just relax back into our seat. Let's just take our attention away from all of this stuff and just sink into the body and go, okay, let's breathe and just stay here whatever it takes to get back in here. Inject some healthy bodily activities to get the natural flow flowing again. Some yoga, some exercise, some energy work, some meditation, some chanting, some painting, some creative outlet to let that flow stream. That flow is you. It's what's being birthed through you. You don't have to come up with all of the ideas if you are just centered inside and you start to just feel, instead of relying on just a thinking mechanism. Just let that all go and just comprehend that, oh yeah, I have ears, I can hear, I have sensations, I can sense my scalp, I can feel the wind on my skin. So I'm using my attention to focus on those senses. I also feel the skin on my legs. It's quite pleasant actually for the body if I allow that to be pleasant. And just use the different senses and open up to feel more. Feel sort of life dancing with you. You know, blowing your hair. A little bit annoyingly, big brother, mother, you know, sister, blowing your hair. Yeah, you got a bit long hair now, you know. It's just, there is a natural rhythm of the body that once we are just settled in here, it just happens by itself. We don't have to worry about it. Because then all the mechanisms are anchored correct. The more you practice this, getting back in there, not only in meditation, but as you're walking in your day as well. There is an accompanied Gaia session for this, which is a deepening and a reintegration deeper of this frequency, so that you can get back in to this natural flow, this natural flow of energy, this natural flow of internal alignment, this natural flow of the internal is just working exactly as it should, you know? And feeling, if something is off, you feel it and you address it and you communicate with yourself as if you're a grown-up. Because you are. I had a little bit trouble saying that. But that's what they wanted to say. So it came out a little crooked there. Okay. Let's. This is when coconut water is so good. It's just this calm, soothing elixir for the body. It's kind of like a little soother in a way. It is sort of. It has the same mechanism, same functioning. So funny. Yeah, I'm using a soother. The joys of laughter. It's always welcome. Everything that is joyful is welcome. That is the frequencies that we are heading into, that we are so joyful because we can see all the workings of how everything works. And we can see how it just functions the way that it's meant to function. in perfect harmony. Just being self-centered. Yes, it's okay. You have permission from Jesus and all the Ascended Masters to be self-centered. Because only from that self-centeredness can you truly be here and be any kind of service. You have to embody it first. Don't preach before you have embodied is basically the rules of the game. Learn to walk the game and then see what unfolds naturally. So many birds. Or at least 4, 3. They were just kind of flying around here. There's one coming here. That's a dove. Oh yeah. Okay, this Haya session that is linked below, it had very strong synchronistic connection with Gaia. Very strong. Like what you saw there. And also the effects of it afterwards. Gaia confirmed through the transmission, and it was just thunder and all of that stuff, just to show the evidence of the change that happened through this Haya session. It is a knower part and a feeler part, and it will align you deeper. So it will start to correct your mind first, the knower. That's the first part. So that is to be taken every day for 28 days. And with the feeler part, which is more of the meditative energy part, to let that anchor fully. And then after 28 days, do a check. If you feel that the corrections are good, then you don't have to continue with the knower part, only the feeler part. When you feel that your body feels and craves for it. Because then you have opened the pathways to allow for a certain calibration, and then it's about you aligning to that calibration deliberately. And the Haya sessions are guiding you energetically and frequency-wise to make the decision and the actions which the Holistic Optimizer level 1 to level 3 will be. So that's what we wanted to share for now. It is it's very it's very magical what I'm observing is going on with this Haya session, and how the Ascended Masters and Jesus wants to be of service in this way, through this avenue. It is very, very powerful. I'm very grateful that all of you are here supporting all of this, because it is so, I'm so grateful to all of you for watching and for participating in these 28 days. We are making so much magic happen. And I'm very grateful and honored to be the message person for such a beautiful message of truth and homecoming to who we truly are. All right, thank you so much. That was what we wanted to share for now, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao. Oh, there was something I was supposed to say to the portal members there. What was that? Wasn't there something? Can't think of it now. I thought it was something. Well, let's pause at least.